Brian.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Jeff.
This is Preview with the Prior,
The show where we speculate about the upcoming episode of Better Call Saul.
Often incorrectly.
Yes, sir. Well, man, I feel like it's been a while considering we didn't have an episode for a week. And then we did the Preview with the Prior with no episode with Jeff reminded us that it was Memorial Day here in the U.S.
Right, and we didn't get our screener episode until like 3 days ago, so we're pretty rusty.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, apparently it was like a bank holiday in Canada, too. So,
Oh, yeah.
Happy bank holiday in Canada. Before we get started, make sure to check out the Nothing Important podcast, where we talk to people more famous than we will ever be. This week we had Patricia Somerset, who played Princess Zelda in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And as a special treat, I guess, we had a song off of her CD, like from her music project.
Yeah, I didn't really introduce it or anything, but I threw it in there. The whole music was actually our guest.
Yeah, which is awesome. I was actually really impressed by that. So make sure to check out Patricia Somerset's music and all that stuff. Follow her on Twitter. She was a super fun guest, super awesome.
Yeah, super fun guest. She really rolled with our shenanigans.
Also, you can check out A Plumbus Among Us, the Rick and Morty podcast with me and our perennial third Mike, Jeff, who becomes the second Mike on A Plumbus Among Us.
Yeah, we're still fitting into that dynamic. It's going well.
It's good. It's going well so far. Pretty excited about that.
I'll call it a whip.
Yep. And also, Plumbus Among Us now joins Nothing Important podcast, and It's All Good Man on the Podcast Detroit network. So that's a lot of fun. So thanks to the nice folks over at Podcast Detroit for having three guys from the Chicagoland area on your podcast network. All right. So Preview with the Prior, episode 308. 308, man. So that means we have episode 8.
Yeah.
Then 9, which typically with Better Call Saul is the big crazy one.
I was hoping you were going to say which typically follows 8.
Which, yeah, well, I mean, I guess if you're into like numerics.
Yeah. Traditionally 9 comes after 8.
Well, I don't know. Is that the metric system or the standard system? I'm not really sure.
Imperial system all the way, my friend. And then it'll be the season finale, which is crazy that we're this close to it already. So,
it's coming up quick. It always comes up quick. This 10 weeks, well, I guess 11 weeks with a break really flies by.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. So, we have a couple listener correspondence, and I'm excited because Dave is going to put our new listener correspondence jingle right here. Listener correspondence. All right, so listener correspondence. Here we go. From YouTube, DeBebbler says that he's kind of sad that there isn't no episode of Better Call Saul last week, but he enjoys the humor of our Preview with the Prior for no episode.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I wish we would have planned that. At least someone did. Yeah. Yeah. I wish we would have planned it like that, but it was totally because Dave and I are idiots, and Jeff realized that there was a holiday.
Yeah. We're not that clever.
Yeah. Tyrantula, Doug. Ed Creones from Twitter. I hope I didn't trash that again, but the Richie Blackmore reference from last episode, Smoke on the Water, is also what Jimmy hums at the end of season 1 episode Marco when he turns down the job offer.
Right, and I think we already overanalyzed that, the meaning behind the song and all that stuff to go with along with what Jimmy's up to. So, moving on.
Yeah, cool
good
catch.
I missed that one, so very good catch.
MH Duncan from Twitter, when they bring back Mark Probst and ignore his character humor, the writers told us the direction is shifted. I get where he's going with that, but I don't think they ignore the character's humor.
Unless we just find it amongst ourselves. Go ahead, Jeff. Sorry.
I said, I don't think they ignored his humor. I mean, they threw that all in, especially with even just the set design.
Yeah.
And the way that, his baseball fetish and everything else he's got.
He's playing the old school LCD baseball game. I mean, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, exactly.
It's totally in character.
Yeah, so I appreciate the correspondence, but M.H. Duncan. I have no idea where you're going with that.
Well, if he's just saying what the writers said, then writers, we have no idea where you're going with that.
Okay, fair enough. And lastly, our friend Maul of America, M-A-U-L of America. I think when Stacy said he never had so much homework, she was referring to the teacher who was assigning the homework.
No, it wasn't he. I misheard it. I went back and watched it. I totally misheard what she said.
Right, because you originally thought that.
I think she said like there was never so much homework or something. It was one of those where I was taking notes in the transition of a scene. Mm-hmm. So I didn't go back and re-listen to what she said until I watched the episode again.
Mm-hmm. Right, because you thought there was like the rare mistake.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No, that was my mistake. I just misheard it.
And another good question by Mall of America. If the ABQ and Toon Twids think the time slot is bad, how did they see Saul's TV ad in the first place?
Oh, somebody's a guilty Murder,
Nice.
She Wrote watcher.
I think maybe it was word of mouth, or not word of mouth. I like to think that Jimmy was cold calling people.
I think he wasn't he? No, didn't he just show up to the not the furniture store? What was the furniture store? The flooring, the one where he's like, you got 15 minutes to decide. Didn't he cold call them?
No, I thought he made the advertisement, because his whole thing was he used the initial airtime to make an advertisement for his commercials, because he was going to charge to make the commercials, but not for the airtime, and then he was trying to charge the whole shebang at once to make his money back.
I thought that was after the dealing with the you have 15 minutes to decide people. No? Jeff, can we get a ruling on this?
I forget. But
Tarantula Doug, can we get a ruling on this?
Man, I don't remember.
All right. So
Preview with the prior.
preview of the
Often
prior.
incorrectly. All right.
got to live up to the name.
All right. Straight from my email, the official AMC synopsis of episode 308. Jimmy is pushed to desperate measures. Nacho picks up a new skill, and Mike explores an alliance. Kim stands up to Hamlin. Ooh, man,
All right.
kind of like hit like the whole cast.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
end of the season. I
Yeah,
think now we're going to start to see more storylines bleeding into the episodes.
All right, so do you want to
faster
take that? We'll take that one line at a time. How about that? All right, Jimmy
Okay.
is pushed to desperate measures.
Okay, I'll bet you he gets pushed to no. Well, in the preview clip, he's laying on the ground. First, he's arguing with the owners of the music shop, and then he has the
Right.
guitar. So I'm assuming he's not getting paid for the commercial. So he takes the guitar as payment, and now he's got to find another way to come up with some money.
Oh,
Right.
all right. Not bad. I like to think that they didn't pay him for the commercials, so he grabbed the guitar because he's laying on the ground, and he's doing like some sort of childish protest where he's just playing there, singing, being obnoxious. Basically, until they pay him the money, he's going to sit there and be a nuisance.
If he didn't say
That sounds good.
but he says, "You believe me, right?" As if he's talking to Kim.
That's when he's talking to Kim.
He's laying on the ground when he says it.
Oh,
He's laying on the ground
That's
playing
what
the
I-
guitar going, "You believe me, right?"
Yeah, that's what I got from it. Is I assumed he was talking to Kim. They're having their one-on-one conversation, either at the office or his place or something like that.
I figured it was at his place. She's questioning where the guitar came from. He probably grabbed it on his way out the door. Maybe he just lifted it on him. And then he's like, "You believe me? Like I bought this straight up or something, you know?"
Yeah, or the police call inquiring since he can't get in any trouble,
Right.
or lose the bar, and he claims that he got it legit. And when she questions him about it, like it'll be one of those things where the police show up and she's like, "Oh no, he isn't here," but he's in there on the ground playing on the guitar. And she inquires about the guitar, and he's like, "What? I bought this. You believe me, right?" Like
Yeah.
maybe it's something like that.
Exactly.
Yep.
All right. Nacho picks up a new skill.
Yeah, pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, he's getting into that chemistry game, pharmaceutical game, and he also is learning the new skill of having balls.
Also, sleight of hand, because he's got to make the switch of the pills.
Oh, maybe he learns that from Huel.
Man, I hope so.
Or he's gonna start a side business, so that way they don't have to use his dad's company as a cover, and he's gonna start becoming a magician for birthday parties.
That'd be awesome to see that character like in clown makeup, but like really hastily done.
It's more so the Joker from The Dark Knight than an actual clown.
Mike explores an alliance. I think that's obvious, like Nacho.
I think he's going to get involved in the Paris climate treaty.
Yep.
Since America just pulled out, Mike's going to get in there.
Mike is going to have his own NATO renegotiations.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay.
You guys aren't paying your weight.
So timely. So timely.
I was going to say his alliance, maybe he's exploring, is with the church lady. He's digging in to see how he can kind of use that angle for some things. Because we talked about the uniform, and she's kind of warming up to him, and they're having projects together. That was my thought on that.
Or wait, well, I was gonna say, is there I was actually kind of thinking of a Nacho angle or something. If there's any kind of a weird alliances with that, I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking more of the Nacho thing. Like an alliance with Nacho, because what is it? The enemy of my enemy is my friend?
Nacho and Gus,
right?
Nacho and Gus.
Oh, there you go.
Because they both have it out for Hector.
Complete the trifecta.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, and I'm always trying to think of how in Breaking Bad, in the very first Saul scene, he says, was it Ignacio and some other guy?
Mm-hmm.
So that's got to be in there somewhere.
Right, yeah, because he says it wasn't me, it was Ignacio or whatever, right? Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. Solid. And lastly, Kim stands up to Hamlin.
No, he told her to sit down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Power move by Hamlin. Right? What a dick.
Like a dog. Sit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing about it is, like, throughout the whole series, like, I've never really thought that Hamlin was an asshole. He's just kind of has his own interest, right? Right. But that scene where he kind of horns in on the dinner with Kim Page and Mr. quote unquote Mesa Verde.
Kevin McVerde.
Kevin McVerde.
Yeah.
he kind of
I thought.
Page's dad.
He kind of makes his presence known.
Oh yeah. I like how he comes up out of the back too in that preview. It's like a movie where it's like you don't notice he's there until he stands up. You're like, oh shit, Howard's been there the whole time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the first time where I think that character is going out of his way to be a fucking dick.
Yeah, there was a scene in one of the previews about they're standing outside, and it looked like it's right outside the meeting. I cannot remember the interaction at all, but I think kind of.
Kim says that she's gonna pretty much kind of do whatever for her client.
Mm-hmm.
That's when she stands up to Howard.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that he and that they're trying to get some way into after the whole trial with Chuck. Sorry, I couldn't remember Chuck's name for a second. After the whole trial with Chuck, she kind of perjured herself in there by not saying anything about, or when the changing of the numbers came up, that it didn't happen, and they lied about it, that they did it for whatever reason, that's going to come back up, and Hamlin and Chuck have some kind of plan that they're going to try to extort her somehow. That's what I thought about that.
Interesting.
So maybe him showing up at dinner and kind of acting powerful is him putting himself back in the minds of the Mesa Verde folk.
Right. He's making his presence known again in case shit goes down.
Yeah, and looking strong as fuck too, because he totally sets Kim's down.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like it.
Interesting. Not bad.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited to watch episode 308. It's been a while, so I feel like I almost have to watch episode 307.
Yeah, right.
just to catch up. But maybe they'll have like an extended previously on Better Call Saul.
No. They respect the intelligence of their audience.
It'll be 45 minutes, so everyone reset your DVRs.
It'll be the entire previously on Better Call Saul, and it's going to play all 7 episodes. Which actually they did. Instead of episode 8 last week, they played a marathon of the season so far.
Yeah.
I like it.
So if you didn't watch that, you're screwed.
Or if it's like something completely unrelated. It's like previously on Better Call Saul, and it plays just
it's like episode 4 or season 4, episode 3 of Breaking Bad.
Just to fuck up everybody. Awesome. Well, let us know what you think out there. Make sure to tweet, Facebook, comment on YouTube, TV Time app, which has been awesome to us. Let us know what you think is going to happen in the episode. Make sure to watch it Monday evening. Only 3 episodes left, so it should be exciting. And, of course, we will have our after-show discussion up as the credits roll on TV Time, YouTube, all that good stuff. Make sure to check us out on the Nothing Important podcast and check us out on A Plummus Among Us, the Rickest Rick and Morty podcast. And with that,
if we're up any faster, we'd be live. Remember that's what we end preview the prayer.
That should be the end there.
It's all good, man.